Welcome back to Coffee Talk, where I take an interesting topic and give it to you in the time that it takes to drink a cup of coffee. So grab your coffee, make sure that it is piping hot. I like to add French vanilla non-dairy creamer to mine. And if coffee's not what you do, perhaps a nice herbal tea is more for you. Make sure that it is steeped to perfection. I love lavender tea, and I like to drop a little agave or honey in mine. And if coffee or tea are not what you do, perhaps a nice fruity smoothie is more for you. And let's sit back and get into today's hot topic, which is Claressa Shields hurting women's boxing? So, grab your favorite drink and let's sip on it and get into today's hot topic. So let me start off by saying I have tried to avoid talking about this young lady because she is literally the same age as my son, which means I'm old enough to be her mother. But since she keeps coming up in all of our algorithms about everything but boxing, here we are. Look, there is no denying that Claressa Shields is one of the greatest female boxers to ever lace up a pair of gloves. She's an Olympic gold medalist. She is undisputed world champion in multiple weight classes, and she's a trailblazer who has consistently demanded equal respect, equal pay, and equal recognition for women in boxing. But today, we're not talking about her accomplishments inside the ring. We are talking about something that may ultimately define how the public remembers her if she's not careful. Her personal life, her social media behavior, which is horrendous, and the controversies that continue to follow her outside the ropes. So the question is, has Claressa Shields become her own worst enemy? And could her off the ring behavior be damaging not only her own legacy, but women's boxing as a whole? That's what we're here to discuss. First, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Claressa Shields has accomplished what very few fighters, male or female, have ever achieved. She's won Olympic gold medals in both the 2012 London Olympics and the 2016 Rio Olympics. She became the undisputed champion in multiple weight divisions. And she has also competed in mixed martial arts, proving she's willing to test herself in different combat sports. For years, Shields has been one of the loudest voices advocating for women athletes. She's challenged promoters, she's pushed television networks, and she's demanded better pay. She's fought against the idea that women's boxing should always play second fiddle to men's boxing. And many of those criticisms were justified. Without outspoken champions like Claressa Shields, women's boxing likely would not have the visibility it enjoys today. Now, the problem isn't boxing. The concerns many fans have isn't about her boxing. It's about everything else. Because over the past several years, Shields has repeatedly found herself involved in highly publicized social media feuds, arguments with other fighters, celebrity disputes, personal relationship drama, online exchanges that often become trending topics. And whether it's fair or unfair, today's athletes are no longer judged only on what happened during competition. Social media has become part of the brand. Every tweet, Every live stream, every Instagram post, every interview, every emotional response, all of it contributes to public perception. While the headlines become more about personal conflicts than championship belts, eventually people began talking about the controversy instead of the sport. And that shift can hurt not only the athlete, but everyone trying to grow the sport. So now let's talk about the cost of public drama. Professional sports depends on sponsorships, corporate sponsorships, television deals, new fans, young athletes looking for role models. Companies investing millions of dollars generally prefer athletes whose public image aligns with stability and professionalism. That doesn't mean athletes have to be perfect. Far from it. Fans appreciate authenticity. But constant controversy can make sponsors nervous. When a fighter is regularly involved in online disputes and highly publicized personal situationships, brands may wonder whether the attention they're receiving is positive or risky. Women's boxing has spent decades fighting stereotypes. For years, critics argued that women couldn't draw audiences, that they weren't marketable, that the sport lacked star power. Athletes like Claressa Shields helped prove these critics wrong. And that's why many supporters hope the conversation stays focused on her athletic greatness instead of unnecessary distractions. Now, let me be fair. Some supporters argue that male athletes engage in similar behavior all the time. And they're right. Professional sports are filled with outspoken personalities. Trash talk sells fights. Confidence builds brands. Controversy often generates headlines. But here's the unfortunate reality. Women athletes often are judged more harshly than men. Whether that's fair or not is another discussion. Female athletes frequently have less room for error in the court of public opinion. One controversy can overshadow years of excellence. One viral moment can dominate months of positive accomplishments. That double standard exists across many professional sports. Acknowledging that reality doesn't excuse poor decisions, but it does explain why the consequences can be different. So, what consequences could await Claressa Shields? If this controversy continues, several consequences could follow. First of all, sponsors could become more selective, which is what we are already seeing. Claressa Shields is not getting the major endorsements and major brand deals that other professional women athletes are getting because of her personal life. Secondly, media coverage may increasingly focus on personal drama rather than her championship fights, which is exactly what we're seeing. The majority of the interviews that Claressa Shields has been doing have been around her personal life, not about her professional accolades. And there is a lot of division in opinion about her personal life because she put it out there and now she's dealing with the consequences. And third, young fans may begin associating women's boxing with controversy instead of athletic excellence. And this is really important because many feel that the things that are going on with Claressa Shields is putting a bad name and a bad face on women's boxing. Finally, and perhaps the most important thing, is her legacy. Years from now, history usually remembers champions for one thing. You have Muhammad Ali, Layla Ali, Joe Louis, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Their accomplishments remain the headlines. But with Claressa Shields, her personal drama is what is the main headlines for her. Every athlete eventually has to decide what they want their lasting story to be. So the question is, does she want her legacy to be championships or controversy? And right now, it's looking like she wants that controversy. Claressa Shields really has nothing left to prove inside the boxing ring. She's already secured her place among boxing's all-time greats. She's gotten her boxing accolades. But the bigger question is really whether she can protect this legacy that she worked so hard to build. Every athlete has flaws. Every public figure makes mistakes. But the greatest champions understand that protecting your reputation can be just as important as protecting your title. Do you hear me, Claressa Shields? You need to protect your reputation. And right now, your reputation is trash. Women's boxing has never had more momentum than it has today. And in truth, the hope is that its biggest stars continue helping the sport to grow, not unintentionally distracting from it. So my question is, what do y'all think? Has Claressa Shields' personal life become too much of the story? For me, it has. Or are critics unfairly holding her to a higher standard than male athletes? I would love it if you would let me know what you think in regards to this, because I'm interested to see what the comments section is going to bring back on this. Now, I have come to the end of this video, and it is time for me to go make myself another cup of my coffee so that I can start working on some more content for you guys. But in the meantime and between time, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, I just don't know what you're doing. I want you to hit that like bell, double hit that bell, as a matter of fact, because if you enjoyed this video, I want to make sure that you are subscribed and have notifications on so that you can get more commentary like this on sports and culture and current events. So make sure that you've done that, and we can discuss this down in the comments. But in the meantime, I hope that you go and check out some of my other previous work, especially the one that I did in regards to Claressa and Remy Ma. I will, as a matter of fact, attach that video so that you can go take a look at it. But hopefully this has intrigued you and get you to want to see my channel. Now, before you leave, take a look at my other contacts, where you can find me on social media. You can find me over on TikTok and on Instagram as DC the Purple Diva. You can find me on X as Purple Diva Den. And I would love it if you check out my other YouTube channel, The Purple Diva Den, where I do spoken word. I'll see you guys in the next one. And until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out, you guys.